What is Kwanza? It's the Esperanto of holidays. It's an invented American holiday that a lot of people think is an African holiday even as an American. It is very strange. We were taught that it's an African holiday in school. I only learned on my own that it's purely American. It's an African American holiday that most African Americans don't even celebrate. You have no idea how funny this is. The situation is like if a white person apologized to you about slavery. It's misplaced care. It's a week-long celebration lasting from Dec 26 to Jan 1. Each day has a different concept to reflect on as the year wins to a close unity, self-determination, etc. It's for African Americans who, because of slavery, have no way of knowing their cultural roots. It's a conglomeration of different countries' celebrations. In elementary school during our Christmas concerts we often had songs from other religions added into the mix, and I distinctly remember us singing a few Kwanza songs. This was in the mid-90s in Canada. I 100 thought it was a holiday tradition from Africa. It is my understanding, as a white American, that it is a holiday meant to remind those Americans of African descent about their roots. It is something that, thus far, I have only seen referenced on TV, as no one in my experience has celebrated it. A quick Google search shows that I am at least partially correct. HTTPS. I'm a black American who celebrated Kwanza growing up and enjoyed the holiday and celebrations with my family. I don't really celebrate now, although I do like hearing about the celebrations in various communities. Celebrations mostly consist of giving small gifts each day over 7 days to your loved ones, lighting a candle each day. On the second to last or last day you celebrate together and eat a nice meal. It's very loosely based in part on harvest festivals celebrated in parts of the African continent, and is wholly a black African American thing. Pretty straightforward. The Americans wishing you, a South African Kenyan, Happy Kwanza are mostly likely just ignorant. Also, FYI, I would never assume that a random person I just met celebrates a specific holiday. That would be like me going to Kenya or South Africa and assuming the people there celebrate a holiday I don't celebrate, but heard about potentially being connected to Kenyans or South Africans. It's a holiday invented by someone who is currently a professor at the college I went to, Cal State Long Beach, so that African Americans could have a winter celebration. It's kind of an amalgamation of traditions from different places in Africa as far as I know. That is such an American thing to do. For further info, Kwanza is the currency from Angola as well, since the 70s, which is the name of a river, Kwanza River, which is a very big river there, one of the biggest if I remember right. Honestly, I thought it was something Futurama made up, so till. In the year 3000, it is a 1,000-year-old tradition. I think it's an African rite of passage to be wished Happy Kwanza, honestly. I came to the US in the 90s when it was more commercially relevant, I guess. I was decidedly Muslim, but nonetheless I was given a school project just for me and other black kids in the class about the joys of Kwanza and my African heritage. I was so confused, and my very white and Midwestern grade school teacher kept telling me Eid wasn't relevant and to focus on Kwanza. Anyways, it's not real. Basically, this author professor activist by the name of Maulana Karenga had some reservations about Jesus and Christianity and recognized the lack of heritage for a lot of black Americans, being that a massive portion do not know where they come from due to their ancestors being taken for slavery. Kwanza was holiday he invented as an alternative to Christmas, as at the time he considered Christianity a white religion. He stated later that that was actually not his belief, and he just want to create a communal black experience in America. To add on to everything that is being said, African Americans had their cultures stripped away from them. That's why you have Irish American heritage, French American, etc. But no Zulu, no Nigerian, unless they are recent immigrants. Because it was taken from them, their languages, their names, their history. So Kwanza was an attempt to grasp some of their roots in the days before easy research. To quote Kwanzabot, who the hell knows? In the 1990s, I had the chance to hear Dr. Karenga, founder of Kwanza, speak before a small group of about 20 of us on campus after he was invited by the Black Students Association. He emphasized the distinction between religious holidays like Christmas and Easter and cultural holidays like Thanksgiving and New Year's. He said unambiguously that he intended Kwanza to be a cultural holiday. Among other things, he said Americans should stop referring to the slaves to mean black slaves in America, given that historically, many ethnic groups have been enslaved, so this should not be the defining or unique characteristic of black history and culture in America. So Kwanza was an attempt to emphasize a cultural identity based on more positive cultural roots. He spoke very passionately and came across as extremely intelligent and a talented motivational speaker. Some people think it was a Traditional African holiday brought from Africa, mostly because it was celebrated by Black Americans for a time, and I think that was intended by the people who created it. Not sure. Welcome to American race politics, and happy Festivus for the rest of us. It's a made-up holiday, but then again they all are.